This week in Ken's Tech Lab, we're going to be unboxing the Creality Ender-3 V3 SE. Yes, that's a mouthful, but stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said in the intro, we're going to go over the Ender-3 V3 SE. So hopefully this stands for Simple Edition because it's priced right for the beginner. It comes with a lot of features that a beginner needs to get into our hobby. So let me go over a few things that I have here. This printer's got a 220 by 220 by 250 build volume. It's about the same as the Bamboo X1 Carbon over there. It is not an enclosed printer, it is a bed slinger. It's got its latest edition from the Ender lineup from Creality. It's supposed to be easy assembly, but we'll see that today. It also has automatic bed leveling, and hopefully that includes the Z offset. So it says the CR Touch for auto leveling and strain sensor for auto Z offset. Easy to get, the perfect first layer. Well, we will do a print on this today and see if that is correct. It has Y-axis linear shafts, dual Z-axis screws, which most of them do. Auto filament loading. This is a direct drive with a Sprint or Sprit hot end on it. It's got a regular display. It's a UI display. I don't think it's touchscreen. But for the price of this thing right now, today, as we're speaking, it's on sale for $179 US. $179, if you can get a discount, you're talking about one of the cheapest printers on the market that has a lot of the startup options that we look for. The printing speed is 250 millimeters a second. Typical printing speed, it says, is 180. Layer heights, same as normal, nozzle up to 60C. Heat bed temperature 100C. You're only going to be doing PLA, TPU, and PETG with this. SD card, file transfer is SD card, USB-C cable. That's about it. But for the price of this thing, we're going to see how easy this is to get going. So let's unbox it. Alright, let's do an unboxing here. And I'm going to use my resin printer little putty knife here to get things off the bed with. But this thing's sharp enough to cut pretty well anything, really. There we go. Put that back over here where the 3D printer stuff is for resin printing. Try to put it over here on the side, and we have press foam. Put that back there. We do have the instruction manual. We have the wonderful Creality little test spool of filament. Nothing major. In here, this is your normal, your screws, which I'm sure we're going to need to put this together. Your kit to have all the tools to put it together. And I call these my first side snips, or first snips of a 3D printer. Is the first ones that you get from your first 3D printer, which once you get enough 3D printers, of course, then you have these all over the place in your office. There we go. Just a little side snips right there. Alright, what else have we got in the bag? We have our USB to SD card converter. I mean, it's different, it's not just the USB drive. And we have a spare nozzle, and it looks like a cover for something. I guess we'll find out once we start putting it together. Here is the test filament they give you, white. Mostly white is because it covers up, I think, anything that is printing out of sorts when you do your first print, if you're going to use their filament. We are not going to be using their filament. We're going to use something we have here in the lab. Alright, let's see what else is in the box. Then you have the display, power cable, it's always important, and a spool holder. Gotta have a spool holder. Okay. Lift this whole thing out. I think I can. No, I think I'll take it out in piece. Okay. There we go. Now this is the new, not just a two, I call it ball screws going down, but I believe this extruder is the same one that they're using in their new K1 systems. So let's put this over here. Okay. It's pretty well packed. This thing wasn't going nowhere in shipping, that's for sure. And we have the base. And I believe that's everything in the box. Alright, let's pull out the one thing that we should probably look at. And always look at when you get a new printer is the instructions. Now the book looks intimidating because it's so thick, but that's because it comes in every language. We probably have 2 or 3 pages here. We have the parts list, assembly procedure, and we're going to start out with the gantry frame itself. Alright, should be pretty easy. Once we get the gantry on there. Okay, front of printer, let's take off the side. Front of printer, looks like that they go right into these, I would say, little slots. I've never really seen that on a printer, but they're like little slots. And it also looks like this side, the screws go in from the top. Now that's kind of different, where mostly you'd always have the screws going in from the bottom. So, let's see what this says. Okay, it is from the bottom. That's what I thought it would be. One thing about coming from the bottom is turning a 3D printer over on its side to see the bottom is never fun. So what we're going to do is keep this down, put that in there, and there's our wonderful little holes. Okay. Let's see if they actually write anything on the foil here. Yep, M3 by 14s. This is the screws that they're talking about for the gantry. And we'll open up that. And we'll open up the tool bag. Might as well try to use the tools that they give us. It's going to be the biggest one. I was even wrong on the second biggest one. There we go. Alright, let's go over here to the bottom. There's 3 screw holes. And what we'll do is put one on the bottom also so it holds it in. More. Now I'm not putting these in tight, I'm just putting them in to pretty well hold it in place. Okay. And like I thought, the other ones are from the top. So we'll flip it back over. Make sure when you do this, you don't actually get the cable stuck underneath. That might be a bad thing. Alright. Okay, on the top one, it's M3 by 8. So that must be the other screw packet, which only has 3 screws in it. But this is M4 by 10. It's not a screw. Okay, I see them. They're black. Okay, let me look at the bottom again. I see it. Okay. They say it'd be hiding on me. Okay. Let me just get one to hold it. So I can do the other ones better. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. Okay, let's get those top three. Creality's been doing this a long time, and I would think that they have this down to a science. So everybody remembers I had the K1 on the show when it first came out. This is only my second Creality that I've had on Ken's Tech Lab. Okay, don't have to be over tightened, just tightened. Alright, these are all done. We'll turn it back around facing you guys so we can do the thing once I get rid of this. And there should be one over here. Gone. Okay. Get that all nice and straight. Make sure that this is in good shape. Especially with today's heat beds. A lot of times now they're actually doing full 110s of the heat beds that make them heat up faster, which is like Bamboo A1 was recalled. Okay, what's next? Okay, those black screws, which are right here. This will probably take the smallest or next to the smallest one. No? Take the same one. Wow, it really does. Alright. It's kind of weird that on one side they have extra screws from the top, but not on the other side. The actual motor is on the other side. Next, they want us to put on the spool holder. Yeah, that's kind of weird. But they want this to be aiming out like that. You would think that if this was all the way to the top and the spool was hanging here, that it would hit the spool. But since this is a direct drive, I'm sure that they want it to go straight in. And we'll do that. And that's not going to be this one. Probably going to be this one. Yeah. Never hear about what everybody wants me to review next. What kind of printer. I was toying with getting a 5-head Prusa, one of the brand new multi-head printers because you wouldn't have to have any kind of, when you did multicolor, you could just do multicolor without any kind of scrap. Alright, that's on. Easy. They want now put the display screen on the right side. We can do that. So here's the display. Alright, hope that's better for everybody to see the whole printer. And like I said, now they want to put on the display, which is done with 3 screws. And I bet you it's these 3 right here, and 4x10s. Do we have a winner? M4x10s, we have a winner. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Now let me come over and block your view. So it looks like this is going to have the same kind of display as a Prusa. Kind of clicky. Roll the knob, do a click. Let's see, I think it'd be better to put this on this side. Tell you the truth about it. There, now we can see what we're doing. And we can get rid of this wire over here so we can actually get into where the screw is. It's 1 up front, 2 in the back. I really thought about at the very beginning, before I started shooting this show, is to get out my regular tool set for this with just a handle without having to worry about Allen keys, but I said nah, just use the tools that come with the printer. It's gonna be easy, they said, no problems. Really it isn't. I'm really just whining about it. There we go. That's on. And we can plug in this wonderful, wonderful cable. Okay, that's in. Okay, now we can lift it back up. We have that on. Can everybody see that, or do I need to put it back a little bit? Put it back a little bit, there you go. There's the new display. Let's see what else we got to do now. Spool holder's on. Screen is on. Now we have things how to route. That's not spares. We need to route to the gantry. So the gantry is right here. And what we'll do is bring the gantry down just a hair, just so we can see the whole gantry right here. And on the top, where this wonderful cable plugs into two things. This cable plugs into the motor, which is right here, and the full head assembly. So let's see which way this goes on the head assembly. Okay, it's going to go where this is pointing backwards like this. So, looks like trying to open up some memory slots. And since I don't want to bend the pins, it locks itself in there. Cool. Okay. Now over on this one side here we have a motor in, and then we have let's see, what does this say? Get the at the line below. Okay. So they want to stick this into this little holder. Turn it around. Comes with like a little holder right here. And they want to make sure that you get this right on that line right there. And that's what I did. Nice and out the line. They also want me to get this little holder. This is where the extra hot end is, and this is brass hot ends. And that, 2 screws. And what they want is this where the actual ribbon cable goes in. They want us to put a piece of plastic over that to make sure that it doesn't come back out and doesn't get stretched or anything. So we're going to do that. I love it when screws are really tight to the Allen key. Okay. Just going to go over here. This is going to be like a tension relief. And we'll put the second screw into that, just to make sure that the ribbon cable doesn't get bent back and forth a few times, and then you lose connection to everything, and then no more prints or printer without replacing everything. So there you go, that's in there nice. Turn it back around for you guys. So now we have the extra piece right here. And I believe there's only one thing left to do, and that would be plug in the cable going into the Z-axis motor, which is right down here on the bottom. Plus, they said a few times, quite a few times actually, don't forget to check the power. Make sure it is on 110 or whatever your country supports. Because if not, well, it's not going to work very well. And we found that out on the K1 real fast when we were actually trashing it a little because it wasn't running as optimal as it should. And that was all because, well, we still had it on 220. And what are you on? 230. There we go. That's going to be better. So, don't forget to do that. Not all printers are like this. Some of them are auto-sensing, but a lot of them are like this. So, let's see. I don't like this. I think I'm going to redo this one cable here. this, this. Oops. There, that's better. I don't think it should have been that loose to begin with. Because I think it's going to be rubbing on the build plate when it gets down there. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I might have to actually, well, let me try that now. I got that straight. Let me take this retaining breaker back off. Even on Ken's Tech Lab, we have to make sure that we do things the way that is the correct way. I just wanted to rotate it just a hair where there was no rotation in the wire. And it was a straight shot without, and it just gives you, I think, just so much play. Because it's not going to play over on the side is fine, but I don't think it needed this much cabling here, right? But we will see. All right, let's turn it back to the front. There we go. All right, we have it. So it looks like it has manual stoppers at the ends of everything. I can hear them. They're like that. Let's look at our. So these are wheels on here, and they did a good job. They're not loose. I don't have to actually tension them. So if anybody doesn't know, when you have these wheels, you have one that actually will let you turn it to tighten or loosen, and use that right there to do that. So you just kind of see if the bed is wiggly or the head. Nope, it's not. So I think it's time we can turn this on. Let me go over one more time, make sure I didn't do anything wrong. They say one more time, make sure that the power position is correct for your voltage. All right, it's fine, it's good. All right, let's peel off this off the screen. And let me bring you guys in closer. We'll be right back. All right, that should be a little closer for everybody, so you should be able to see the screen mostly. There's the front of the printer, where it says Creality. I'll back it up just a hair. Everybody should be good. And I always have a power cord now down here for the show, so I don't have to go looking for one. So I believe a few things. I mean, this is a very good startup printer, but they are missing. The power is on the side, not the back. I think the power should always be on the back, not on the side. The switch is on the side. I do not see a wireless connection to this or a network connection. So the only way you can transfer your files to this, and I believe I read that, is USB or SD card. And I just, I would think that every one of the printers would be wireless or wired, as that their new app that they have going into their store, going into everything that they sell, is something that you would want every new printer to come out with, so the new users would be able to get to your stuff to buy. Just a thought. All right, it's on. All right, gotta choose a language. So let me make sure I can see my hand here. Yes. Okay, we're going to choose a language. Let me get this closer. We'll try it there. So the first choice, of course, is Chinese because that's where everything is made. English. And it is going to be a roll, which is very touchy. It feels very good. And then a push. Please make sure that there are no foreign objects on the nozzle. Nope, just a sock. Okay. Nozzle heating, nozzle cleaning, nozzle auto Z offset. It's quiet. I think my air conditioner running is louder than this. But we have not heard it print yet. Slowly, so slowly we go down to the bed. Alright. So, let's go over to the side. And I believe that all the new Creality bed plates are coming with the where it's going to clean the nozzle to the left hand side, and it shows you like nozzle cleaning equals here. Okay, so what it's doing is it's lighting up what it's doing right now. It's heating the nozzle up. Now mostly all printers are tested at the factory, and there are filament inside the nozzle. If that's its little fan, it's really quiet. Of course, I won't make you sit through as long as this takes to heat up and go through the cleaning and the nozzle auto Z offsets and everything. That gets to be a little bit of a pain. Sometimes I wish I would do this more during a live broadcast. I need to start doing that because more interaction with all my people out there, talking back and forth while I'm doing this, makes it a lot more interesting, I think. So I smell it heating up. The bed is also hot. I believe it's also testing to make sure that everything's connected correctly. Alright, looks like we're down to the second and third thing. So it looks like it's trying to clean the nozzle, which is going to be harder. There's no filament trying to push out. Well, they also didn't give it a brush wiper in the back, like all the new ones are coming out with, where it actually wipes the nozzle. So I wonder which one's better. You have dual rods in the back, right, for the Z, and they're being both pushed because there's a belt there, not because there's two motors, but because there's a belt between the one with the motor and without. I wonder if there's any difference in that. It is the P-touch on this one, where it pops out. Alright, we're going to the exact middle of the bed now. Okay, looks like we're heating the nozzle. We're on the auto Z offset still. I don't think this has any input shaping either. I wouldn't think so for the price. But it is well built. Very sturdy printer. The feet are very solid. They will grip onto your table. I'm very impressed. This is for an Ender series. This is a very well built quality machine. I actually like to review the K2 and the K2 Max when they come out. Alright, we shut off. Now it's just doing a normal level, and it's showing you on here each place that it's actually doing. So this is going to be a 4x6 maybe? Four by 4. So this could be a 4x4 check. It's nice that they had it actually put that information on the screen of what it's doing. $14, $15, $16. All right, should be happy. It's going to home itself, I'm sure. And just going to check its middle again. It wants to be answered. Confirmed, completed. All right. We have a working Creality Ender-3 V3. Let's see what color we want to do. Let's say, I think I want to give it a hard test. So this is dual color filament, shiny. Shiny is hard to print. And I think I want to give this a good test. So what I'm going to do, let that go, that's for sure, is open this up, close it, and prepare. I can't read it upside down, I'm going to come around. I want to preheat. Okay, trim filament at 45-degree level, which I've already done. And the nozzle is going to go up to 240. And the bed is at 65. Okay, let's wait for the temperature to get up on the nozzle. This heats up really fast. It must have a good power supply in it. Alright, push the confirm. There we go, we got some at the bottom. Let's go back into extrude. I can't believe you got to go home every time. I want to go on top of the blob. Now, at least one thing I will say about Prusa is they have a load and unload button. After you hit that, it asks you what filament do you have. There, that's perfect. That is working good now. Okay. All right. take that glob off the bed plate. And let's see what is on the wonderful USB. Let's see what kind of files they gave us. See if it's got any internal memory at all. I don't doubt it. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go to print. Nope. Back. Okay. No internal memory. I just got to keep and remember it's a beginner printer. So this is what they gave us, which is a USB stick with an SD card sticking out the side. So it looks like a mini USB. So I guess you need to take out the card and just put it in. Okay, let's see what we got. We got one print. It's a cat. It's a cat. 1 hour, 38 minutes. Calibration is off because I've already calibrated it. And firm. Alright, let's print this cat. Alright, I hope everybody enjoyed watching that print. And here is the, it said cat, I think, on the file, but it's the money cat. And we did this in, what is this? It's regular filament. I forget what color it is. It's PLA. It doesn't actually have a color on it. Yeah, red, green, blue. I think it's just a silk filament that I had going through this. So let's see how easy this is to come off. So we'll take off the build plate. And okay. This does have the two back areas, so it's not that hard to put it back on with the magnet. Just slide it into there, slide it back down, and there we go. Not too bad of a print. There we go. So the Creality Ender-3 V3 SE is a great beginner printer. It's going to be easy to load, it's going to be easy to print, it's direct drive, so you don't have anything to get caught up. It's just an all-around good printer. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this quick overview of the Creality Ender V3 SE 3D printer. It's a great starter printer. It does a good job, and I think that anybody that gets a hold of it will enjoy this printer and get into the hobby, which we want more and more people into the hobby, because then you have the manufacturers want to grow and make better products because there's more people in our hobby. This is Ken with Ken's Tech Lab. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, tell all your friends, and like always, stay awesome.